What it do, YouTube? It's your boy. So today we're going to be talking about a few quick things. This is the Diode Dynamic DRL RGBW lights. So I've had a few requests to kind of show what my setup is and how I was able to get mine configured to where essentially I don't need the remote other than to simply change the colors. When the car starts, the lights come on. When the park lights come on, the lights come on. When the DRLs are on, the lights come on. So the components that we'll be talking about is the boards. Those are the chips that you would have placed in your headlights if you have not done it already. You would also be talking about the drivers. Let me show you real quick. Let me pull out the handy dandy light. Drivers, I have two of them down in here. I think we can see those. Those are those little black boxes right there. I have two of them right there. The third one, I think it's tucked away somewhere else. And we'll be talking about the controller. So the controller is basically what powers all of your lights. You have to make sure that you keep the red with the red, green with the green, blue with the blue, white with the white. Sorry if I'm kind of I wouldn't say dumbing this down, but just so that we're all clear and we're speaking the same terminologies here. And then the final piece is the input dual module. That is the one that has the black wire and two red wires. So the ground wire, two power wires, and we'll kind of explain what the power wires are and how I have those set up on my charger here. First things first, safety. If you are not familiar with wires, cutting wires, splicing wires, however you want to call it, I would highly suggest you disconnect the terminal, the hot wire from your battery in the trunk. I did not want to tear my car all the way back down just to make this video, but I'm hoping that from a high level this will make sense to you in terms of my configuration here. So we're going to focus on only the dual module input. That is the one with the one black wire and two red. So essentially, let's assume that you have everything configured, set up, you got your wires ran, all of that good stuff. Now you want to basically complete the final mile of your configuration. So let me grab this light again. It's a little tight in here, but hopefully I can get this light just right so that you can see. Now, as you can see, I'm trying to focus here. Down here at the bottom, there are a ton of wires that connects to your headlight. This is park lights. This is all kind of stuff that is down here. What I actually have configured on the driver's side is the DRL connector. So what I did was I pulled out the handy dandy PDF that Diode was so nicely able to provide, and I connected per their instructions for the DRLs. It was the yellow and white wire on my 2016 charger. So essentially I spliced the wire and I connected, doesn't really matter which wire, which one of the red wires that you connect, just connect one of them to your DRL, which in my case on the driver's side is the white and yellow. And on the passenger side, I was able to actually get this guy out. So it kind of gives you a better understanding of what I did on the passenger side. So on the passenger side for the parking brake, I'm sorry, not the parking brake, but for the park lights. So on the right, on the driver's side, I have the DRL connected, and on the passenger side I have a white and orange wire, which is the parking light. So I actually connected the other red wire to the parking light. So essentially what I've done was created a continuous loop from the running lights and the park lights. So to kind of sum it up, again, I'm just reiterating this so hopefully it makes sense. The two red wires that you have on your dual input module, you're going to hook one of them up to your daytime running lights. You're going to hook the other one up to your parking light. It doesn't matter which side you do, how you do it. You may want on the driver's side to set up your parking light, and then on the passenger side, your DRL light. It doesn't really matter, just long as you have the right wires. Once that's done, just test your configuration. Obviously, plug everything back up first. So I'm going to plug this back in here. Right? Now, if I was to go and put my car in the run position, think the key's in here? Yep. Don't pay no attention to the music. All right. So as you can see, the lights are on. Now, and assuming that if your DRLs are on when your car is in the run position and you're driving, those stay on. So I'm gonna grab this guy right here. Now, the only time I use this is if I want to change the lights, or if I just simply want to go back to white. So, I mean, guys, it's not hard. I would just caution you to please make sure that you are tapping into the correct wire. It's not going to tear your car up. If anything, it could short out your lights, meaning your boards, your DRL lights, or they just won't come on when you expect them to come on because they're not connected to the right wire. Now, I will caution you that some of these wire colors are very, very similar. You got white and yellow, you got orange and yellow, and depending on how old your car is, or the, you know, how much moisture and dirt has got into your housing area up in here, it's hard to tell what color is what. What I end up doing is buying a very inexpensive kind of wire probe, and I would turn on, let's say, my park lights, and the wire that I thought was the correct wire, I would just poke it, and if it lit up, that told me it was the right one. I'd turn off the current, try it again. If it went off, I knew it was the right one. So again, I caution you just to please make sure that you are connecting to what you think you're connecting to, and test it before you wrap it all up thinking that you're done. Because the worst thing you can do is wrap everything up, button everything up, and then think it's going to work and it doesn't work. So test, test, test. But again, I hope this was very basic. I hope you were able to kind of get a takeaway from this, and hopefully you'll be able to make your setup work. If you have any additional questions, or if I need to kind of go more in depth, just let me know. But again, taking this bumper off, if you've already done this, you know it's a real pain in the ass. So just keep that in mind. But again, hopefully that will help you guys out. If you have any other questions, let me know. Peace.